Good evening. Okay, let me try different approach. Past several weeks, I have been rushing through these chapters, especially like these long ones. But let me try a slower, try to speak more clearly. Um, okay, so let me make sure everything is recording. Okay. Chapter 41, Autumn and Winter of 2007. After Alex, Chiaki, and Jonathan returned from the vacation, travel, cooking, video, filming, things ramped up. At this time, Erica submitted her research journal article for review. When the clinic staff returned her article to her, it was heavily edited. Once she made the necessary edits, she submitted to the various journals. Once one journal approved it for publication, Peter walked her through the process of getting her next research proposal approved. I didn't realize I did not put an X there. This time, her research subjects will be gay. Much to her relief, it got approved. So she's gonna just give them the same informed consent form, same questionnaires, but this time, the only difference is that the research subjects will be different. It's not gonna be straight people. So that way, she can really see do they have some things in common, or no, they have completely different views about the sexual health education that they received in grade school. So when Peter walked her through the process of getting federal research grant money for her next project, he gave her the funds for her previous research grant. At this time, she wanted to use it to help patients pay for the medical care. He told her that back in 1999, they hired a person named Jamie Lang. From 1995 to 2005, Kim trained her to be her backup. However, when Erica graduated in 2005, Jamie decided to go back to graduate school to get her doctorate in public health. She is scheduled to graduate next spring. So next spring, there's going to be 3 of them now. Jamie is slated to start a satellite clinic in a rural area that is designated to be a shortage area. The reason for this is they want to offer the same services that they offer in San Francisco, except with this place, it's going to be on a sliding scale. So people who can pay more, they'll pay more. People who they need medical care, but they don't have the financial resources, they'll pay on a sliding scale. So that's what this whole thing is good. So at the time, Erica could fund part of their patients' medical care needs. So until then, Erica must accept all the funds. Erica acquiesced. When she saw the amount, she was floored. It could easily pay for her next research project with extra funds left over for someone to get surgery. She now completely understood how the clinic paid for surgery. She was even more determined to pay it forward, help someone else get the medical care that they need. When she mentioned the fact that there is a significant number of homeless people in San Francisco, shouldn't that alone qualify the clinic to offer medical services on a sliding scale? And Peter replied, no, they go based only on official numbers, and official numbers say that only a fraction of the city's population is at the poverty level. Erica was not satisfied with this answer, but she knows that in the conversation, it's not going to go forward. They can't do it. So he added that should anything happen to him, Jamie will return to this clinic to be Kim's backup. After she thanked him for the information, she returned to her office to get ready for her next research project. At the same time, Michael and Peter talked at length about Kim and Richard's future. Peter is working on his living will. He already signed his advance medical directive. Peter talked with Kim and Richard. They agreed to move into Erica and Michael's home when the time comes. Um, Peter relayed the message to Michael. By then, Alex and Chucky returned from their vacation. Michael talked to Chucky about working on another duplex on the property. Chucky contacted the Murphy Construction Company. They said that they're booked until next spring. So when Chucky told Erica that her younger brother and I would visit them that spring, so there isn't any rush. Because you don't want, because when two more of her extended families coming to visit, you don't want all this construction going on. So they said that they're booked. So it actually works out that, hey, no rush. So there isn't any rush. She would rather they do the job right than rush it and cut corners. So Chucky told Erica that she will give her an update as soon as Murphy Construction Company calls her back with the proposed start date. So Michael talked to Chucky about helping him get clients because he's now a certified massage therapist on top of being an office manager. She immediately booked a massage appointment, immediately spread word to her friends. Fitness center now has a personal trainer who is a massage therapist. No, she's the personal trainer now. Now the fitness center has a massage therapist. He's professional. Almost immediately he got appointments booked to the point where he had to consider hiring a backup. He talked to Erica. She advised him talk to Peter first. Peter already went through the process of hiring his backup, physical therapist, and he knows what Michael needs to do to make sure that they hire the right person. So Michael took his time to find the right person to be his backup, and he's also talking to Peter as well. So at this time, Michael, now we have this switch. Before Erica was making so much money from royalties from the studio. Now Michael is earning more money from being a certified massage therapist than he is being the office manager. So they went to the San Mateo County Assessor's Office to switch from paying property taxes twice a year to now once a year because now they have the full funds. He won't have to keep leaning more on Erica to pay for their property tax. Now it's more equal that way. So we do see that financial shift, and then the relationship is also shifting in response. So Erica also talked to Chucky about adding a gift shop at a restaurant. She specifically asked for a refrigerator magnet. After Chucky went through possible refrigerator magnets with Erica, Chucky forwarded proposals to her business partners. After Chucky gave Erica a refrigerator magnet that she approves, Chucky's business partner went through the process of adding a gift shop near the front entrance of the restaurant. So during the mornings, Erica worked at the clinic, working on the research journal article. Afternoon, she worked at the studio. Toward the end of the workday, she went to the front desk. After she picked out the latest season of Chucky's cooking show DVD and companion cookbook, she bought them at the register. She got the receipt. She made a mental note to put it with her income tax documents. Okay. Now, as with their annual tradition, they were joined with, in a separate car, Ashley, Kim, Peter, and Richard. They followed them. Together they enjoyed the rides. Erica joined Ashley at the Haunted Castle ride. Ashley screamed with delight. Kim, Michael, and Peter, they prefer a quieter, calmer visit, so they watched from the sidelines. After a couple of rounds of miniature golf arcades, they walked up and down Pacific Garden Mall. Erica took some photographs to add to her scrapbook. This is their progress recovering from the 1989 London Prieta earthquake. Then they ended the day getting early dinner at a local Japanese restaurant that survived the earthquake. On the way home, Ashley fell asleep in the car. So right now we're going through what's going on the weekends. Okay, so during the annual Northern California Renaissance Fair, they were joined by, again, Ashley, Kim, Michael, Peter. Erica and Michael wore the same costumes from the Pirates of the Caribbean film that they did the year before. For the attendees who didn't attend the previous year, they gave them high fives. For the attendees who remembered them from the year before, they were told welcome back. At the time, Erica and Michael looked at the Chronicles of Narnia film series. They had the film back in 2005, so they watched that film for inspiration. So next year they're going to be a different character. Ashley loves seeing all the costumes, attend all the kids' events. as with their again, Ashley fell asleep in the car on the way back to the home in Brisbane. So Ashley, Kim, Michael, Peter, or Ashley, yeah, Kim, Michael, Peter, or Ash. Wait, so so Ashley, Richard, Kim, Peter. They go. Oh, I see what they did wrong here. So Ashley, Kim, Peter, Richard, they go back home to Brisbane. Now Erica, Michael, separate car with they go by their own car. So Chucky and Alex is not going with them. It's just the two couples. So on the way back home from the Minnesota Fair, Erica and Michael stopped by the local art gallery. The others went back to Brisbane. One painting on their wall, the rest of the wall looked bare. So fortunately, they found the art gallery that was selling several Thomas Kincaid paintings with a wooden frame already attached with a certificate of authenticity. Erica asked Michael to point out which ones his parents would love. They bought two of them on the way back to Brisbane. They swung by his parents' place in Daly City. Fortunately, his parents were home. After they picked out the one they liked more, they thanked them. Yeah, the parents thanked Erica and Michael. And then when Erica and Michael returned to their home, Michael picked out a spot and nailed the other painting to their wall. So let me specify after. So then here, on the Columbus Day holiday, they spent the weekend in Monterey Carmel by the Sea. Ashley especially loved the aquarium, Carmel by the Sea. Erica and Michael went to more art galleries. The others visited Devondorf Park, shopped at the Carmel Plaza. In terms of the park, Ashley loved the plants, squealed with delight when she saw the koi in the pond. She loved the fact that the plaza was 3 stories and surrounded an open-air courtyard. Erica and Michael found the Thomas Kincaid Art Gallery. They bought another painting to add to their wall. They finished the day at Carmel Beach. Then they returned to their respective homes at Brisbane. Again, on the way home, Ashley fell asleep in the car. Michael's birthday, Erica baked him a yuzu citrus chiffon cake. She used some of the fresh yuzu from a local Asian grocery store. When she took the fruit, rind, and seeds to the community compost bin, Devin was there. Devin separated the seeds out and said she would try to cook some of them to sprout, to make a tree sapling. But just in case none of them make it to the sapling stage, she will purchase full-grown trees next spring, plant them after the final frost. Purchase a couple full-grown trees next spring, plant them after the final frost. So that way they'll back up. Thanksgiving, they were invited to the Murphy Thanksgiving gathering. Ashley and Richard was also invited as well. Marie's parents, Peter's parents are also in attendance. Richard dressed Ashley in her Sunday attire, so Ashley immediately knew, oh, this is formal. She has to talk quietly and be on her best behavior. Day before December 1st, Erica and Michael prepared to go to San Francisco. This included taking Kamali'i, their dog, to Kim and Peter's home. Still having problems spelling her name, huh? Next morning, they got up early for their flight. They checked in. They went to one of the restaurants that was open to have a continental breakfast. The overhead announcement said that the flight is now boarding. Erica called her uncle on her cell phone. As they walked to the terminal counter, they ended the call. She took anti-motion sickness medicine. They boarded their flight. She did the same when they landed at the international airport and again when they boarded the flight at the domestic terminal. When they arrived at the domestic terminal, her uncle was already at baggage claim. After they arrived at the fishing village, Erica and Michael were taken to her younger brother and his partner's ryokan. They have already started their own business. Michael paid for their stay, and Kai took them to the room. Erica and Michael freshen up. Next, Erica went to her grandmother's house to help her mother and aunts make lunch. After lunch, she returned to her yukon to hang out with Michael. At this time, her uncle came to her room and they had an important conversation. Her uncles and aunts have come to an agreement. They have set up ground rules for both of her, for her family. For her younger brother, he's not to ask Enkai to marry him. Instead, he's to ask her parents first. For father, he's not to ask her mother to marry him. Instead, he's to ask her uncles and aunts, and their decision must be unanimous. Enkai and her mother can divorce her younger brother and father for any reason. Should that happen, her father and younger brother must immediately leave the fishing village, never to return. They are not to have any contact with anyone in the village, including Erica. Should anything happen to any of her uncles and aunts, their sons would take over. To that end, 2 of their sons have already quit their jobs, gone through the internship, and started their own yukon in that village. They have also given her father and younger brother a deadline. Her younger brother must get married by 2014, her father 2019. Is Erica in agreement? Erica looked at Michael, nodded. Erica said that she's fully in agreement. Her uncle breathed a sigh of relief and said that she is to no longer worry about her mother and Enkai moving forward. She nodded. He added that they consulted with the fishing village cat about all of this. It may sound peculiar, however, they now believe the cat has the spirit of their late father. Erica immediately gasped and covered her mouth. It made sense. This cat came to her, told her that everything would be alright. It also made sense that the cat is overworldly. No one has claimed the cat, yet the cat is somehow taking care of himself. Erica and Michael were in awe. After Uncle excused himself, Laurent was the next person to talk with them. Erica is not married. They can talk a bit more freely regarding her younger brother. As Erica may know, Japan does not have a birth control system as comprehensive as the United States. Granted, doctors in Japan do prescribe birth control pills. However, their national healthcare system only reimburses patients for uses solely for menstrual issues. Moreover, even though they have air quotes protection, it is ultra thin and easily breaks. When their uncles and aunts talked with their younger brother, they did talk about the procedure that doctors in the country uses. Although Japan does not have religious beliefs against this option, women must live the rest of their lives knowing what she did to her unborn. And they personally know friends and neighbors who have gotten a divorce after they went through a number of said procedures. As a result, they have talked at length about her younger brother's options since they cannot afford him to go through a divorce because of this issue. Now, Mr. Alloway, Peter's father, he stops by the village once in a while to go over what they need. So at that time, they talked to him. He proposed sending her younger brother to the United States to have a preventative procedure done. Granted, it's not 100% effective. However, it's better than having Enkai go through having her tubes tied, which carries a bigger risk and a longer recovery period. So Aunt and younger brother will be staying in the United States for about 3 months. Make sure that the procedure is effective. Make sure there isn't any complications. Peter will make arrangements with local specialists for the initial appointment, lab work, procedure, and after procedure appointments. To that end, her aunt will make sure her younger brother does not impose upon Erica and Michael. Both of them are go to work as usual. Her younger brother can speak and understand spoken English. He will use his cell phone to call the cab to and from doctor's appointments. Her aunt will pay for groceries as well as other expenses. It is Erica's sole responsibility to be completely transparent and honest about any and all expenses. Moreover, her aunt would do all of the cooking and cleaning at the ground unit. After Erica and Michael accepted her aunt's terms and conditions, her aunt forced Erica to accept the money that her uncle was supposed to give her for the inconvenience of staying at their home earlier that year. After Erica thanked her aunt excused herself. So, by this time, it's dinner. Erica helped her family prepare dinner. They had dinner together. About an hour after they had dinner, Erica and Michael went to the private bathhouse. It was the off season, so they paid the flat fee and was given unlimited amount of time. Since it was, so they took turns cleaning themselves thoroughly in the adjacent shower room. Michael was a bit apprehensive about taking a bath with Erica, so she helped him feel less uncomfortable by turning around while he entered the shared bathtub. After the heat of the water and steam helped relax him, he actually liked this better than the single ofuro, Japanese-style square-shaped deep bathtub. They spent a good part of the hour bathing together. When it was time to leave, he didn't want to go. The reason is because the outside is icy cold. After they got dressed, they quickly but safely left the warmth of the onsen to go back to the ryokan. The rest of the stay was uneventful. During lulls, Erica gave her mother a gift bag full of shiseido products for uncles, aunts, father, younger brother. She gave them mini gift boxes of Hickory Farms. Her brother spent one of the afternoons. Her brother spent giving Erica and Michael a demonstration of his side business as a pottery maker. He showed them his website where customers can order custom-made items such as rice bowls, soup bowls, and donabe, which is a ceramic hot pot, and teapots. They can also order online. He explained how he secures his customers' confidential information, as well as make sure the customers are serious about buying his product and verifying that their payment is guaranteed. So you can see, in the past ryokan, everything was just paper, pencil, telephone. Now everything is on the internet. So that's the reason why I wanted to put that little spiel over there. Now they also had a traditional tea ceremony with his business partner Enkai. Although Enkai was still too young to get married, Erica and Michael were impressed with the professionalism. Moreover, Colin and Enkai are completely in tune with each other, and their ability to communicate effectively with each other far surpassed where Erica and Michael were in their relationship. Erica and Michael were in awe. Erica was quietly embarrassed that she was still seeing her younger brother the way he was back in the United States. He is no longer an entitled, spoiled brat. His years living with their aunt, uncle-in-law, cousin far away from their parents forced him to grow up quickly. Moreover, the dual apprenticeship with the ryokan owner and pottery master taught him how to interact with people in a professional manner. She only hoped that he will stay this way and not revert back to his old ways. The icing on the proverbial cake happened when Michael volunteered to join her every winter in Japan, Hawaii. Granted, once they become senior staff, they will be expected to work throughout the winter break, so they made a mental note to see whether or not they could leave the week of Thanksgiving. That way they could return by Christmas, New Year's. It was doable, plus they would be able to spend Christmas with Michael's parents and New Year's with Chiaki and her family. As soon as they arrived back at the ryokan, the central heating unit in the building quickly warmed them back up. They cuddled in their shared futon bedding. Michael was concerned that they're sleeping directly on top of the tatami mats. However, it's soft and it kept the heat well. After a couple weeks in Japan, they spent a couple weeks in Hawaii. To make sure they don't inconvenience his extended family, they booked a hotel and the rental car for the entire trip. Plus, they needed this time to go over their marriage, what they would do, what they would like to improve, with how her aunt talked about her uncle's behavior when they visited them earlier this year. Erica saw a huge cost that the traditional marriage has on the wife. Granted, in the States, women are in charge, However, she sees a huge cost the dominant wife has on the husband. She expressed worry about how this will have a ripple effect on our society as more people defer to women, let her have her way both inside and outside the home. So she talked through exactly how they will make certain one person doesn't get their needs met while the other spouses are, how to make sure one person doesn't get their needs met while the other spouse is forced to quite endure with no say in the marriage. So she especially noticed by this time Michael would rather let her have her way than speak up and tell her what he needs. So he made certain to speak up more, even if it might cause a rift in the peace that he has carefully dug out ever since they met. This is especially important with the new duplex that they'll be building. The current main house grand unit, that was entirely Erica's idea. He erred on her side to keep the peace. So he was actually glad that they'll be moving out because now this is his chance to make the duplex their own rather than what she wants. Also, at this time, Erica made sure to have some freshly squeezed pina colada in Hawaii while she was there. This was a much needed vacation that both of them badly needed after another year with their respective permanent jobs. They looked forward to another year advancing in their careers. When it was time to go back to San Francisco, they got more than enough fresh air, completely recharged their respective batteries. So, as with these chapters, let me know if this slower pace actually works better for you, or I need to speak up, or I need to speak more clearly. Let me know, and yeah, any feedback on how things are improving, let me know, and I shall see you next time. Take care.